just to carry on. Oh, I'm running, what am I running from? Time's going by, but where's the time going? I tried to give you everything. You took it all and took it for granted. If you're still falling out of love, maybe it's 'cause it's not enough.
Hello there guys, welcome back in to yet another one with us, the Review Bros. Joined by myself today, it's Aaron. It's good to have you guys at home watching along for a hyped review of course, El Jefe version 3. Now this one is limited edition, so it's something you need to decide quickly if it's what you want, because they're going to be gone soon, if this review goes well of course, as we go through the usuals, the taste, the price, the label, and of course primarily its effects in the real world. Forgetting that hype, what can it do for you? Is it going to be something you pick up? And of course we're going to be putting out honest reviews 3 times a week, and all we ask in return is, please guys, do like our videos, do drop comments below where you can, and do subscribe to the channel. It really helps us out, and I'm not going to keep you waiting any longer. Let's get into this one. So the first segment, guys, of course, is that taste and mixability factor. And it comes in 2 different flavours in this limited edition version. It comes in the one we've got today, which is, of course, watermelon candy. And it also comes in snow cone. So this one is part of the Legenda series. How legendary is it going to be? Well, watermelon candy, I'm honest as the day is long, guys. I'm not a huge watermelon fan, so when this one arrived in the mail, the fact it's got candy on it in the end is making things a little bit more positive for me, I'll be honest. But let's see how it honestly tastes. I'm going to be honest. I always try, guys, with this sort of thing, when it's a flavour I don't like, I try and still keep an open mind. So for example, if I didn't like apples, I'd be able to tell you if it's a good apple or a bad apple at the very least. And that's what I'm going to do in this. And it's strong in the air, guys. It does kick up a bit. It's 2 scoops. Well, it's 1 scoop, 2 scoops, but you know the drill, guys. Always maximum serving for us here. And that totals 20.4 grams of material. Let's see how it mixes. So, not the best shaker for it. It's a sort of see-through green. I can see on the bottom that the mixability actually is pretty solid. I'm going to try and show you guys there, but I am doubtful that it'll actually show it on the camera. You just got to take my word for it. It mixes pretty damn well. So, let's see. Watermelon candy going down the hatch. Is it going to be good? It's not bad at all. It's definitely got that candy-esque, sweet type flavour to it instead of just watermelon. So that's, for me, a positive. There's no nasty negative undertones. There's no bitterness. It's not sour. It is pretty sweet. Honestly, what would I give it out of 10? I would be happy. It's got a bit of chalkiness, a little bit. I must emphasise a little bit. I'd be happy to give it a solid 8 out of 10. No complaints. You are just going to neck this pre-workout at the end of the day and get cracking with your training. But how much is it going to set you back in terms of money? Well, let's move into the price. Price time! How much is this going to set you back, guys? How much money do you need? Are you going to need that bank loan to get your hands on it? Well, I can tell you, head on over to the official ASC Supplements website where you can see it. You can see all the other versions as well, and lots of other products from the guys there. And in speaking in general, products are very good from there. So it's well worth looking at. And our discount code of Review Bros knocks 20% off, which is obviously very good. Very good. We get no kickback from that at all, guys. Use that code as you will, you know, effectively. Now, it knocks down the price of this container down to $45.56, which for 20 servings brings it to $2.28 per serving. Now, if you've seen the channel before, you'll know we have a consistent pricing scale, and if you don't, we do have a consistent pricing scale, where a 5 out of 10 is what we consider to be absolutely bang average for today's pre-workout. So a 5 out of 10 is actually a relatively good score, albeit not sounding great 5 out of 10. This one comes out on that scale at a 4 out of 10. So yes, it is more expensive than average, but by a margin that's not as big as I thought it would be. It's actually more affordable than I thought it would be. I was expecting it to come out at like a 2. It's a limited edition thing, it's a version 3, it's a stacked label, it's got the hype behind it, they're historically known for great products, blah, 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 blah. What I'm saying is it's actually priced better than I expected, which is quite obviously a thumbs up. That's obviously jumping in the gun before the effects section. So let's get into the label. What's it packing? And it's label time. What is this pre-workout packing? Well, I'm going to throw it up on the screen for you to see it right now. What have we got? We've got 20.4 grams, which, as I think, is a bit heavier than I expected in what we would consider a Stim Junkie pre-workout. Hopefully we'll get into productive ingredients in there. Well, we can start off quickly as possible through this ingredients section. No one likes sitting and looking at ingredients. It's fun for a few seconds, and then we want to move on to the effects. But we're going to do it anyway quickly. Here we go. 7 grams citrulline malate for pumps, nitric oxide production, blood flow, vascularity. Hopefully we get all those things. We got beta alanine at 4 grams above the clinical 3.2 grams for beta tingles, itchy, tingly, paresthesia type feels as the pre-workout kicks in. And we hope for endurance once you've taken it for a long enough period of time. We've got 3 grams of betaine anhydrous, again above the clinical. Endurance, power output, athletic performance. Really good. Jack of all trade ingredient, that one. Love it. Good dose. Taurine at 2 grams, double the normal for hydration. And again, athletic performance. Really good. Energy production as well on that side note. We've got Vasodrive AP at double the norm, 508 milligrams again, nitric oxide production, blood flow, pumps. That's what we're hoping for. Then we get into the Jefe limited stim matrix. And quite a few people are upset about this because it is a proprietary blend from here on out. I cannot tell you how much of each ingredient there is in this blend. I can only tell you that the total blend weighs up to 2,304 milligrams. So there probably is a bit of math to be done. You could probably work out whether it's clinically dosed relatively or not. I think for the most part it probably is. They try to protect their label. You know, there's going to be people that don't mind it, and there's going to be people that mind it. There's no right or wrong, effectively. There's no right or wrong. We've got DMA bitartrate up first, bit boring, but for the concentration, cognition, your clarity benefits it can bring. We've got caffeine anhydrous for stimulation and energy in a relatively normal digestive uptake, so you're going to get, you know, your normal caffeine effectively. We've got Juglans Rige walnut seed extract, so potent stuff if it's sourced correctly. Should give euphoria, focus, energy, highness. It could be like DMHA. It could be. That's the effects section coming. We've got Aurea durensis, again, whole plant this one. Focus, concentration, clarity. Good feels, good vibes, mood elevation, we hope. We do hope. We've got theobromine up next, which is the chocolate ingredient dogs cannot digest. Little fun fact, but it's also been shown to have some mild energy production, stimulation, fat burning effect, metabolization. We hope. We've got caffeine citrate, which is a fast yielded version of caffeine. It's going to hit you quick. It's pretty much energy as soon as you've taken the pre-workout. And I'll just jump forward and say caffeine demalate. So the 3-stage caffeine here, which I'm not saying it is us, but Rect Extreme, we were one of the first ones to ever design that trio of caffeine, and since then a lot of companies have been using it. That's just up there in the air, you know, take from what you will, but it does work. It means because the decaffeine slower version, quick energy wears off, medium energy takes hold, keeps going, low, slower digesting takes hold, so therefore it should, in theory, be a consistent ride. That's what we hope. That is what we hope. What we got up next, we've got the Nelumbo nucifera seed extract, which has been shown to have a whole host benefits. Lotus leaf extract, sacred lotus, you know, it can be named multiple things. It's in there for focus benefits, antioxidant benefits. It can even amplify other stimulants. You know, it's one of those. It's one of those where there's literature here, there, and everywhere for multiple different things. Health effects, or you name it. You name it, it can do a bit of everything. We got Halostaches capsica, which is effectively halostachine, which is a fat burner. It's going to metabolize fat cells, give you energy, mood elevation, euphoria, hopefully. All of the goodies that can come with fat burning ingredients. We've got citrus aurantium extract. Again, very similar. Fat burning, metabolizing fat cells, energy production. Yeah, we hope. We hope. Next up, we've got a stack list here. A stack list. Where are we? Getting lost here. We've got your Himbine HCl and Alpha Yo. So we got your yo-yo blend here of, again, more fat burning. But this time I would argue potent energy from the Alpha Yo Himbine. It's going to really kick things home in terms of amplifying everything. It's one of those ingredients, Marmite, you love it or you hate it. If you love it, really good. If you hate it, obviously not good. So I'll leave that there. It is dependent on its dosage. And then up next, we've just got the absorption matrix. Bit boring, but we do think very important to get this ingredients into the system in 30 minutes, which is all you got after taking a pre-workout. We've got bioprene black pepper at 10 milligrams, which is good dose. Good dose. Get things moving in the intestines, baby, please. Let's get into the effects. Effects time of El Jefe, version 3 limited edition. I must mention that. In the nice black edition. I like it. I do like it. Very similar to V2. Now, I want to keep these effects sections relatively short and sweet. We're not here to cast a Hollywood movie about our experiences. So let's get on with the beginning. Beta-alanine, do you feel it? Yes or no? You feel it to a relatively good degree. I would only honestly say still 7 out of 10. You don't get your itchy, tingly feeling extremely strong. You're not itching your eyeballs out, blah, blah, blah. So you love it. You're slightly missing it. You hate it. It's good to go. There's just so much in here. 20.4 grams, a lot of stims hitting your caffeine citrate. It kind of means the beta-alanine doesn't get to take a front seat. It kind of gets bombarded by everything else going on. And you get hit by a nice, quick wave of consistent, solid energy. I've actually used this pre-workout more times than not when it concerns reviewing pre-workouts. I've used this one like 6 times. So I wanted to make sure I had this right, because with a product like this, the hype behind it, the amount of people that are going to get it, I want to get things right, very importantly. So I'm going to start off with the weakest element for me, the pre-workout, would probably be the pumps. And they were still good, 7 out of 10. You're not going to write home to the grandparents about how nasty the pumps were. You're not going to fly abroad to hold your hands on it for the pumps, etc., etc. It does the job. It puts you in a state ready for the pumps effectively. So I kind of believe that we're not really here for the pumps. And that might be true for you or not. That's dependent on you. That's personally the weakest element of the pre-workout. What I would consider to be very joint equal is the energy and the focus for me. Both of them, very nice, solid. What would I give them out of 10? I'll give it a few more seconds. But it's a nice feeling energy. It's a nice feeling focus. I wouldn't say personally this is a euphoric pre-workout. I would say you take it, it feels very good for 3 hours and wears off nicely. You crack on with the rest of your day. It's not quite like El Jefe's of distant past in terms of, you know, some of these DMHA highnesses, floaty, sitting there with no appetite after your training session, like in a good mood, vibes, floaty feeling. You know the drill, guys. It's different. It's a different pre-workout. I would personally call it a more conventional pre-workout. It delivers the energy and the focus in a more legitimate way, rather than going at it from an illicit standpoint. I'll be honest with you guys, that's what I'm here for. This pre-workout personally doesn't feel illicit. It feels nice. It feels very good. Again, I'm honest as the day is long.
I'm not sure I understand.
Siri isn't even sure he understands. I don't know why Siri has to get involved every goddamn time. But I personally, please, ASC supplements, do not take hate on me for this. This is the weakest hitting pre-workout from El Jefe, the El Jefe versions I've had. But it's still very, very, very bloody nice. Still bloody nice. Energy, 9 out of 10. It's solid, it's consistent, it's smooth. No nasty crashes, no peaks, no troughs, no crashes, no nastiness, no. Just good. But it's not all day energy like the other ones potentially were. It was good, but not DMHA type focus. You know the drill, guys. You know the drill. It, again, focus for me, probably like an 8.5, 9 out of 10. Like, it's around that ballpark. It's not an illicit feeling highness or focus level. What would I give this pre-workout out of 10? Honestly, hand on heart, I'd give it a solid 9 out of 10 still. For me, pumps good, energy very good, focus very good. Is it quite legendary? Unfortunately not, in my personal opinion. Does it mean I won't use this pre-workout moving forth past this review? Absolutely not. I will still be using it because for me, actually, I prefer it nowadays to some of these ultra strong pre-workouts that give me ultra appetite suppression and ultimately a nasty crash, come down, or even the opposite, keeps me energized all day and floaty and up in the clouds. I kind of just want something that I just go and train on and then come back to reality. Again, personal experiences. Out for your Himbine, 1 milligram, maybe 1.5 at a push. It doesn't give you excess dribble. It doesn't give you excessive sweats. No nasty negatives that come from Alpha Yo. I'm personally a bit sensitive to Alpha Yo, so I don't like anything more than 1 milligram really, maybe 1.5 milligrams, and I'd say I could cope on this fine. You do get a bit of excess dribble, you do get a thermogenic fat burny type feel in terms of a slightly more sweat on, but nothing crazy. So if you hate Alpha Yo, I think you can definitely survive on this one. And there's no negatives for me on it. Yeah, no negatives at all. There's no crash, there's no come down. The 3 hours finish and it's just kind of gone. It's not a slump back in the chair, can't, you know, you can't do anything. You're not functional for the rest of the day. No, definitely not. Good, solid pre-workout, 9 out of 10. I would recommend buying it. I actually still think that 4 out of 10 price point is good for this product. Yeah, solid product, really good. ASC supplements, well done again. Appreciate you guys watching at home for checking it out. Any questions on anything I've said, please drop them down below. I'll be happy to answer. For me, it's a very good pre-workout, really nice. And just for the sake of a recent pre-workout that feels like it, probably something like Enjoy the Hysteria. You know, just a nice pre-workout. I'd be happy to use on not quite a daily. It's not a daily pre-workout. It's a bit too strong for a daily, and still, in my honest opinion, maybe 2 to 3 times a week. Anyway, appreciate you watching, guys. And as always, stay steamed El Jefe style.